Hear the Kirtan. Kupiyalo, kupiyalo, Govinda, Govinda, kupiyalo. Kupiyalo, kupiyalo, Govinda, Govinda, kupiyalo. Govinda, Govinda, நின்று நெஞ்சிரே குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ केशवनि नेत्र क्लेश तिर्भुव कुबियालो कुबियालो नारायण ध्यान दिंद नरग भयविल्लवे कुबियालो कुबियालो माधवनि नेत्र मनोभिष्ट कोडुवेणु कुबियालो कुबियालो गोविंदने दयातल गोर दुर्दलेवो कुबियालो 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 गोविंद गोविंद कुबियालो 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 गोविंद गोविंद कुबियालो विष्णु भजन इल्लद वैष्णवर जन्म उंड कुबियालो कुबियालो मधुसूनधि आनंद அதிசயவோ இகுதோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ त्रिविक्रमण नेत्र सावित्रियाः वरो குபியாலோ குபியாலோ வாமன தேவரங்களுக்கு வரங்கள் கொடுவர் குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ ஸ்ரீதரனை நேத்திர நேனதர ஸ்ரீயங்களுக்கு ஒளிவாலோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ ಋಷಿಕೃಷ್ಣ ಧ್ಯಾನದಿಂದ ಇದಯ ಪರಿಶುದ್ಧವೋ ಗುಬಿಯಾಲು ಗುಬಿಯಾಲು ಪದ್ಮನಾಭೇಣಮ್ಮರಲ್ಲೇ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ರಕ್ಷಬೇಣು ಗುಬಿಯಾಲು ಗುಬಿಯಾಲು ದಾಮೋದರ ನೆನೆದರೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಬಿಡಿకి ಮುನ್ನೆ ಗುಬಿಯಾಲು 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 ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗುಬಿಯಾಲು குபியாலோ குபியாலோ கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ சங்கர்ஷணி தியானத்திலிருந்து சந்தான வளர்ச்சியோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ வாசுதேவன தயானிந்த வம்ச உத்தராவோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ பிரதிமணி நின்றதே பூபிரதக்ஷணே பலவோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ அனுருத்னே சாப்பிட புனிதர குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ புருஷோத்தமன்னே பிராண புருஷன் என்று அறியோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ அதோ சக்தி நாமெல்லரே ನಾಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಆಧಾರಮಾಗಿನೋ ಕುಬಿಯಾಲೋ ಕುಬಿಯಾಲೋ ನರಸಿಂಹದೇವರ ನಮ್ಮ ಕುಲದೈವ ಕುಬಿಯಾಲೋ ಕುಬಿಯಾಲೋ ಅಚ್ಯುತ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿಯ ಕೂಡಿ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದನೋ ಕುಬಿಯಾಲೋ 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 ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಕುಬಿಯಾಲೋ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ ஜனார்தன தேவர் ஜககல்ல சிறந்தரே குபியாலோ குபியாலோ உபேந்திரனு நம்ம குற்றவ மன்னிப்பானோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ ஹரிநாம மிருத சரி தரைக்குள் இல்லவோ குபியாலோ குபியாலோ ஸ்ரீகிருஷ்ண ரங்கஷயம்போ சித்தக்ரிய வல்லரே குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குபியாலோ இந்த குப்பி பாடவர்க்கு இக பரவு சந்ததவ குப்பியாலோ குபியாலோ தர்ணியோலோ அச்சந்தரஹ தரகமகரு குபியாலோ குபியாலோ அயவத என்னுடைய பதத்தான நித்திய மரது மினு மனவே குபியாலோ குபியாலோ நம்கையதி நின்பதவே நித்யமனவே குவியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குவியாலோ கோவிந்த நாம் நேடு நினைகிற குவியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குவியாலோ 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 கோவிந்த கோவிந்த குவியாலோ. Hare Krishna. Translation. The phrase Kubialo Kubialo, Govinda Govinda Kubialo is a devotional chant in Kannada. The repeated Kubialo part is a poetic way of calling to the divine, and Govinda Govinda is a praise to Lord Krishna, a name for Vishnu, meaning protector of cows or master of the senses. The chant is a call to remember and meditate on different names of Vishnu to receive his blessings, including protection, relief from suffering, and inner peace. Kubiyalo, Kubiyalo, Govinda, Govinda, Kubiyalo. By remembering Kesava, suffering is relieved. By meditating on Narayana, there is no fear of hell. By remembering Madhava, our desires are fulfilled. By the grace of Govinda, great sins are destroyed. Without Vishnu worship, is it possible to be born as a Vaishnava? By meditating on Madhusudana, there is a wonder. By remembering Trivikrama, he becomes our savior. The god Vamana gives us boons. By remembering Sridhara, wealth will be ours. Meditating on Krishikesa, the heart becomes pure. Padmanabha will protect us all. By remembering Damodara, he removes our ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol Prabhuji, so beautiful. Thank you so much for such a wonderful kirtan for all of us, Prabhuji. Hari Bol to all of you for actively participating every day, coming up with new kirtan and such wonderful bhajans in different languages. So thank you so much for sharing it with all of us, Prabhuji. Hari Bol to you. Very nice. Can we all put a Hari Bol for Prabhuji in the chat, please? All right. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Sharmila Mataji had already posted. Very nice. So, all right, we'll begin our class. We'll start with our Mangalacharan. Anyone would like to do Mangalacharan? Or else I can start. All right, I'll start then with Mangalacharan and then we will begin our class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimra Andasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Supadantikam. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुत श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिने प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण एवरीवन Hare Krishna, am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Now we are audible.
Sorry. Did you all hear me till I finished the Mangalacharan?
No,
Yes,
Mataji.
Acharya.
Okay.
Now we are audible, Mataji.
Okay. I don't know where it got discontinued also. I was continuously chanting. Okay. So, would anyone like to chant Mangalacharan again? Or if you heard me, then I can begin the class.
Begin the class,
Alright.
Mataji.
Okay, very nice. We'll start our class. So, okay, a quick recap. What did we cover yesterday? Just give me the synopsis of the important points. We'll just touch base upon the important points and then we'll continue.
Swamiji left for the airport to embark flight to New York.
Yes,
At
very good.
the airport, many devotees were crying, but Swamiji assured them that he would return if they hold a Rath Yatra. You must arrange a procession down the main street, he told them. Do it nicely. You must attract many people. There is such a procession yearly in Jagannath Puri. At this time, the deity may leave the temple. You would have to return to tend the delicate devotional plans that he had placed in their hearts. Otherwise, how could he expect these neighbors to survive in the ocean of material desires known as hate Ashbury? Repeatedly, he promised them he would return. He asked them to cooperate among themselves Mukunda, Shyamsundara, Gurudasa, Jayananda, Subala, Gaur Sundara, Hegriva, Haridasa, and the girls.
Very nice. Haribol Prabhuji, thank you so much for sharing this. So Srila Prabhupada left from San Francisco, which is our new Jagannath Puri, to New York, right? So that was an important thing which happened. But even before he left, what was happening? What was the scene in San Francisco? Anyone? Hare Krishna.
He had his health was not well. He was not keeping good health. Swamiji was not keeping good health.
Prabhuji, I was asking before he left San Francisco, what was happening? So that is once he went to New York, right?
Yeah.
What was happening? I would request others also to actively respond. Ekambal Prabhuji is in fact doing, but the others also who were there in the classes today. What event was happening in San Francisco when we started reading? What was exactly happening in San Francisco in New Jagannath Puri temple?
Hare Krishna, he had requested devotees and guests to bring offerings to Lord Jagannatha. That's what
Yes.
you're thinking. Okay. So they
Yes.
would bring food, flowers, and new clothing. But they were not strictly following the rules of deity worship, but they wanted the blessings of the Lord.
Right. And he taught them
And
how to do arati.
yeah, night arti they started. by offering candle, but Prabhupada asked them to use incense sticks also.
Yes.
And he said that the full deity worship contained many rules, too many to teach at once. Yeah, that's all.
Very nice.
That,
And he also taught them about the stories of Lord Jagannath.
Jagannath.
Yeah, how it used to get worshipped in Puri. And when everyone is looking at the Aarti and Darshan, Srila Prabhupada's thinking will be, he'll be visualizing how Lord Chaitanya used to celebrate in Puri, right? So that entire thing he used to visualize. So that also we read, very nice. And then he left to Sam bid a farewell, and not a formal farewell though, but he had to, like Ekamal Prabhuji explained, he had to leave to New York. Many of them were crying, but he gave them responsibilities and he said, I'll come back for Radha Yatra, and he left. And once he went to New York, what happened? His health deteriorated, right? So
Yes.
that was another important thing which happened. Anything else anyone would like to share about what we read yesterday? Any other points? So his health deteriorated, and what was he constantly telling everyone around? What did he ask them to do? What was his command to his devotees?
To chant and
To chant?
chant
Yes.
and
Massages chest.
nothing else.
Yes, to chant, to massage continuously, to not take him to any doctor. Just chant, give him the bead, and just chant Hare Krishna, and keep massaging. That's the therapy. That's what he was constantly reiterating, right? Very nice, Hari Bol. And finally, what happened? Did they take Srila Prabhupada to hospital, or what was happening, or he recovered?
His health
He was taken to the
deteriorated. So they took to, what is that, Beth Hospital.
To hospital, yeah.
Yeah, Beth Israel Hospital, and investigations were made. And the doctors say he needs a spinal tap. Then, but he was Swamiji was too weak to discuss about it. Otherwise, he actually didn't want any treatment or something. So
Right.
he just put himself in the care of his disciples and Krishna. The spinal tap was performed, and after the spinal tap, one disciple he asked Swamiji, like, did it hurt? So Swamiji replied, "We are tolerant." Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hari, so beautiful. Right? He tolerate all those pains and struggles just to spread Krishna conscious for all of us. So, and he even said, right, to pray that my master, he asked his devotees to pray in such a way that my master's work is not yet over. So, don't take him kind of. So, that's how beautiful it is. He was so devoted to his duty, the purpose for which he had come all the way to the West. Right, Hare Krishna. So we will continue from there. And what happened? Like, did he write a letter to someone? Anything of that sort happened? Anyone is able to remember?
Yeah, he
yes, yes,
receives a letter from San Francisco from all his devotees saying that they are praying for his recovery and all. So he replies to them. And that was his final passage, what we read. My dear boys and girls, I'm so much obliged to you for your prayers to Krishna to save my life. Due to your sincere and ardent prayer, Krishna has saved my life. I was to die on Tuesday, certainly, but because you prayed sincerely, I am saved. Now I'm improving gradually and coming to original condition. Now I can hope to meet you again and chant with you, Hare Krishna. I'm so glad to receive the report of your progressive march and hope there will be no difficulty in your understanding Krishna consciousness. My blessings are always with you, and with confidence you go on with your chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. This was his reply to his devotees in San Francisco.
Hari Bol Mataji. So beautiful, Sharmila Mataji. Thank you so much. Very nice. Thank you so much, Aikambar Prabhuji and Sharmila Mataji, for summarizing it so beautifully. I would request all the others also to actively participate in the upcoming classes, because it will be a good recap for us to continue reading. Very nice. So I'll share my screen. We will continue reading from where we stopped yesterday. Whoever would like to read, please raise your hands. That ways I will know and I can let you to read in that sequence. So please raise your hands. All right. So let me share my screen. Right. So this is where we concluded yesterday. This is what Shamla Mataji also just summarized. The letter he wrote to people, to his disciples in San Francisco. So we concluded with this. So we'll continue from page 125. So I see Muttamarikam Prabhuji's hand raised. Prabhuji, you can read. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Others also, please raise your hands if you're interested to read so that I can let you in. Yeah, Muttamarikam Prabhuji, over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Swamiji was eager to leave the hospital for several days. He had wanted to go. They are simply sticking needles, he complained, and each day was putting his society into further debt. The devotees had rented a small seaside house in Long Branch, New Jersey, where Swamiji would go to recuperate. Kirtananda, they decided to go to Swamiji's cook and Gaurasundara and his wife Govinda Dasi were arriving from San Francisco to do the housekeeping and help more observation. Housekeeping and help. But the doctor wanted Swamiji to stay for another brain wave test and more observation. One day, while Brahmananda and Kargamuni was visiting Swamiji, the doctor entered and announced that the Swamiji would have to go downstairs for an X-ray. No needle, Swamiji asked. Yes, the doctor replied, it's all right. When the nurse brought in a bed and whether and on wheels, Swamiji said he wanted Gargamuni to push it. He then sat on it cross-legged and put his hand in his bed bag. The Gargamuni following the nurse, wheeled him out the door, down the hall, and onto the elevator. They went down to the third floor and entered a room. The nurse left them alone. Gargamuni could sense Swamiji's uneasiness. He was also nervous. It was such an unlikely place for him to be with his spiritual master. Then a different nurse entered with a needle. Time to give the Swami a little injection. No, Swamiji shook his head. I am sorry, Gargamuni said flatly. We are not going to do it. The nurse was exasperated but smiled. It won't hurt. Take me back. Swamiji ordered Gargamuni. When the nurse insisted, Gargamuni acted rashly. His usual tendency and stepped between the nurse and his spiritual master. I am ready to fight if I have no, Gargamuni thought. I won't let you do it. He sat and wheeled the bed out of the room, leaving the nurse behind. Gargamuni was lost. He was somewhere on the third and fourth floor, faced with corridors and doors, and Swamiji's room was on the sixth floor. Unsure where he was going, Gargamuni wheeled through the doors, corridors, with Swamiji sitting cross-legged, chanting on his beads. Brahmananda arrived at the X-ray lab seconds after Gargamuni's escape. The nurse and the Indian complained to him about what had happened. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much. Sharmila Mataji, you can continue to read Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Brahmananda, they considered this a theft. Swamiji was their property. As long as he was in the hospital, he was theirs to do whatever they pleased with. Gargamuni had stolen Swamiji away from them. Gargamuni got to the elevator. He had difficulty maneuvering the bed and in his haste bumped into a wall. He forgot what floor Swamiji was on. He only knew that he was protecting Swamiji, who wanted to be taken away. When Gargamuni finally reached Swamiji's room 607, an intern was there and spoke angrily. I don't care, Gargamuni said. He doesn't want any more needles or tests. We want to leave. Brahmananda arrived, calmed his younger brother, and helped Swamiji back into bed. Swamiji said he wanted to leave. When the doctor came in, Swamiji sat up and spoke decisively. Doctor, I'm all right. I can go. And he shook the doctor's hand to show him he was hale and hearty. The doctor chuckled. He said that although Swamiji was getting stronger, he would have to stay a few more days. He was by no means out of danger yet. He required careful medical surveillance. They needed to run another electro electroencephalogram. Swamiji still had pains around his heart, but he told the doctors his boys had a place for him to rest by the seaside. This was very good, the doctor said, but he couldn't let his patient go just yet. But Swamiji had made up his mind. Brahmananda and Gargamuni arranged for a rented car. They gathered Swamiji's things and helped him dress. As they escorted him out of his room and the hospital staff saw that the boys were actually taking the old man away, some of the doctors and nurses tried to stop them. Brahmananda told them not to worry. Swamiji was very dear to them and they would take good care of him. He would get regular massages and plenty of rest, and they would get him whatever medicines the doctor prescribed. After a rest by the seaside, he could come back for a checkup. Brahmananda. Then the doctors became fed up. They threatened us. This man is going to die. They really scared us. They said, this man is going to die, and it is going to be your fault. Even as we left, they said, this man is condemned to death. It was horrible. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Pushpa Mataji, you can continue Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvarna. Mataji, I will continue after next devotee. My
Mataji, no problem. Hare Krishna. Vanaja Mataji, you can read Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Vanaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. At 10 a.m. on June 8, they left the hospital. Swamiji wanted to stop briefly at the temple at 26 2nd Avenue before going to the house in Long Branch. Entering the store foot, walking shakily, he came before the portraits of his spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and his spiritual master's father Bhakti Vinoda Thakura. For the first time, Swamiji's disciples saw him offer fully prostrated obeisances. As he prostrated himself before his Guru Maharaj, his disciples also paid obeisances and left their devotion and felt their devotion increase. The small one-story cottage was situated in a quiet suburb, a short walk from the beach. The backyard was enclosed by trees and shrubs, and the neighborhood bloomed with fragrant roses. But the weather was often blustery and the sky grey, and Swamiji talked of going to India. Not only for his health, however, he had Tirthananda and Gaurasundara. He wanted to start in Vrindavana an American house, a place where his American disciples could learn Vedic culture to help them preach all over the world. He also said he wanted to make some of his disciples, Tirthananda and Brahmananda Hayagriva, into sannyasis, and he would do that also in India. His real work, however, was in America, if he could just regain his health. But where was the sunshine? In India, he could get sunshine and Ayurvedic treatment, but his plans would vary from one day to another. San Francisco, Montreal, India, New York. He told Kirtananda to inform the devotees in San Francisco that if they held a Rath Yatra festival, he would come. At the end of June, Swamiji returned to 26 Second Avenue and to the hospital for a checkup. The doctor was surprised at Swamiji's recovery and had no objection to his flying to San Francisco. So, in search of sunny skies and eager to guide his followers in performing the first Ratha Yatra, Swamiji had airline tickets booked for himself and Kirtananda to San Francisco, New Jagannatha Puri. At the San Francisco airport, Swamiji smiled, but said little as the devotees greeted him with flowers and kirtana. It was very different this time. He walked straight ahead with the aid of a cane. Jayananda was waiting with his station wagon to drive Swamiji to the private house they had rented north of the city at Simpson Beach. But first, Swamiji said he wanted to visit San Francisco Radha Krishna Temple. Jayananda drove to 518 Frederick Street. Swamiji got out of the car and entered the small storefront, which was filled with waiting devotees and guests. He bowed before the smiling Jagannatha deities and, without speaking a word, left the room, returned to the car, and departed to Simpson Beach. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Vanaja Mataji. Danvat pranams. Hare Krishna. Pushpa Mataji, would you like to read now, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat pranam. The ride up through the seaside cliff was so winding and climbing that Swamiji became nauseated, and even lying down in the back seat and having Jayanand drive slower didn't help much. Kirtananand realized that it would be too difficult for Swamiji to visit the San Francisco temple from Stinson Beach, but maybe that would be just as well. He could spend all of his time recuperating. On July 8, after Swamiji had seen at Stinson Beach for 2 days, Syama Sundara and Mukunda drove up from San Francisco. The next day was to be Rath Yatra. The Syam Sundara and Mukunda, the first devotee to visit Swamiji since his arrival at Stinson Beach, told Swamiji all about the festival preparation. Of course, the whole festival has been Swamiji's idea, but the devotees in San Francisco were trying to do exactly as he had asked. Swamiji had first gotten the idea for the festival while looking out the window of his room above Frederick Street. Noticing flatbed trucks passing below, he thought of putting Jagannatha deities on the back of such a truck and conducting an American style Rath Yatra festival. He had even sketched a truck with a four-pillared canopy on the back and decorated with flags, bells, and flower garland. And he had called in Samsundara, "Make me this cart for Rath Yatra." Now ready and sitting outside the temple of Frederick Street was the cart, a yellow head rental truck, compliments of the digger and complete with 5 feet column and a pyramidal cloth canopy. Sitting with Swamiji on the beach, Mukunda told how all the devotees was working with great enthusiasm and how the hippies in the Hesh, Het Ashwari were talking about the Jagannath parade that would take place the next day. The devotee had tried to route the parade through Golden Gate Park, but the police department would only give permission for them to go south down Frederick Street to the sea. Mukunda said the devotee planned to have Jagannath under the canopy, facing the right side of the truck. Subhadra facing the rear and Balaram facing the left side. He wanted to know if that was all right. Actually, Swami said the DT should ride in separate cart, pulled by the crowd through this street. Maybe that could happen in future years. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Hare Krishna. Alright, so Rath Yatra is happening finally. Very nice. Yes, Lakshmi Mataji, you can continue, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Do it nicely, he cautioned them, and don't hurry it up. The devotees should drive the truck slowly through the streets down to the beach, and there should be constant kirtana. Mukunda and Shamsundra praised their god brother Jayananda. He drove all around San Francisco, getting donations of fruits and flowers, found people to help decorate the cart, installed the sound system on the truck, and distributed posters in the stores. He was tireless, and his enthusiasm was inspiring everyone else to take part. The women had been cooking chapatis all day, so there should be thousands to give away to the crowd. The devotees had prepared hundreds of Hare Krishna Ratha Yatra festival balloons to release on the streets as the parade began. When the devotees asked what else they should do, Swamiji said that this was all a procession, prasadam distribution, kirtana. The people should get a chance to see Lord Jagannatha and chant Hare Krishna. There should be chanting and dancing in front of the cart throughout the procession. But do everything nicely, Swamiji said. Do it as well as you can, and Lord Jagannatha will be satisfied. The next day, in the quiet afternoon, Swamiji was sitting in the living room chanting on his beads while Kirtananda was in the kitchen cooking a feast. Suddenly, Swamiji heard the familiar ringing of hand cymbals and he became very happy. His eyes widening, looking outside, he saw the Ratha Yatra truck with Lord Jagannatha, Subhadra, and Balaram, and dozens of devotees and hippies eager to see him. He went out to greet them and had them bring the deities inside and set them up on top of the upright piano. Devotees and guests followed, filling the large living room. Smiling, Swamiji embraced some of the men while others made obeisances at his feet. Some devotees helped Kirtananda in the kitchen get ready to distribute the large feast he had prepared. Others reported on the success of the Ratha Yatra festival. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Mataji, just after the class, could you just brief that initial part that I missed, if it is okay?
Yes, Mataji. We had recorded as well, Mataji, so no worries. You can.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Very nice, Mataji. Thank you. So, anyone, we'll just read one more page and we'll conclude. Anyone else would like to read? Hare Krishna.
I will read Mataji.
Mataji.
May I read Mataji?
Yeah, I think Ekambar Prabhuji and Muthumanikam Prabhuji both had asked. Probably Muthumanikam Prabhuji, I think you've already read once. Can we give a chance to Ekambar Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Ekambar Prabhuji, yes, you can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. It was great. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day, they said. And Swamiji listened, moved by his disciples' descriptions of the celebrations. Many peers had joined the Lord procession. Mukunda, Haridasa, Hayagriva, and some of the women had been on the cart, and the instruments, including Yamuna's playing on the harmonium, had all been amplified. Everyone in the streets had liked it. The police motor escorts had tried to hurry the devotees, but so many people had crowded in front that the parade had been obliged to go slowly, just as Swamiji had asked. Subala had danced wildly the whole time, and Jayananda had been jumping up and down, playing kartalas. From the truck, some of the women had handed over cut oranges, apples, and bananas, and others had thrown flowers. The crowds had loved it. Subala related now how, after this festival, they had traveled out on the freeway in their flower-bedded canopy-covered truck carrying 30 devotees to the deities of Jagannatha, Subhadra, and Balrama. They had driven through the mountains in what must have been one of the most unusual vehicles ever seen. And after all the visitors had departed, the deities remained in the house with the Swamiji and his servant. Swamiji felt satisfied that his disciples had successfully held a Rathayatra festival, although untrained, they were sincere. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati and Bhakti Vinod Thakur would have been pleased to see the first American Rathayatra. The whole world was in anxiety. Swamiji explained to the devotees gathered in his home that evening, only in the spiritual world was there freedom from anxiety. Becoming free from all anxiety and returning to the spiritual world was the purpose of Krishna consciousness. And festivals like Rath Yatra made people Krishna conscious. Swamiji had many ideas for festivals. If he had the money and the manpower, he said he could have a festival every day. Krishna consciousness was unlimited. The Rath Yatra festival was another sign of the good reception for Krishna consciousness in the West. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hari Bol. So beautiful, right? Today we happened to, it was literally like witnessing the Ratha Yatra in front of our eyes, right? So beautifully narrated. So we will continue tomorrow with the same enthusiasm and we will see what's happening next. So thank you all for joining in. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnavindi ki jai, Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much everyone. Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Mataji. Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Pranams.